Hey y'all. So, I hope y'all are doing well. I am experimenting today and wanted to come and chat with you guys about a few things going on right now in astrology, especially for Virgo and Pisces placements. But if you are not a Virgo or Pisces placement, that is okay. You're still invited to stay here and listen because I'm going to be talking about karmic limits and when to discern on your cap of racking up karma. Okay, and why that's important. So, really quickly, before we get started, I want you to, wherever you're at, whether you're listening to this in the car or at home, I want you to just take a deep breath. I'm going to do this with you guys too. And just center yourself. I feel like everyone's always busy. Everybody always has something to go to, something to do. And I really want my listeners to get grounded and centered when they take the time to connect with me, especially online through technology. Just take a moment for yourself. So let's all just take a deep breath really quick. Okay. You go ahead and keep taking deep breaths if you need to, but we're going to hop straight into it. So, my Virgos, my Pisces, the next 18 months is for us, okay? So the North Node is in Pisces right now, and the South Node is in Virgo. I'm not going to get too technical. I know a lot of my audience is like beginner level astrology, so I'll use examples you can relate to and tie in what I want you guys to learn with things I feel like you guys can understand. So basically, the North Node and the South Node is a calculation within your birth chart of 180 degrees apart, depending on the lunar nodes. That's what they're called, the lunar nodes. It's a calculation they use between like the sun and the moon and the equator, right? So the North Node is in Pisces and the South Node is in Virgo. The North Node, like your North Node, is basically your North Star. You know, when you think of a North Star on a map, it's somewhere where you are constantly following and trying to get closer to, right? It is your destiny. It has a lot to do with your path and where you're going. Your South Node is more like lessons, challenges, and areas of life where you will be prone to maybe challenges or just uncomfortable situations in order for you to evolve, really, right? Challenges are, yeah, they're painful. Yes, they can feel like roadblocks, but at the end of the day, like it's really preparation. Like it may not feel like it in the moment, but that's just what it is. So, with the North Node and the South Node moving into our axis, if you're a Virgo, your opposite sign is Pisces. If you're a Pisces, your opposite sign is Virgo. So, you know, Virgo is like the intellect, the detailed person, the one that wants order, the one that manifests their desires and brings it to reality. They are one of the only humans in the zodiac. They're very connected with their intuition. You know, they're the garden fairies. They're people with plans. Pisces is like almost the opposite. You know, they're living in a world created within themselves. They're able to tap out and tap back in. They really enjoy otherworldly beings, you know, learning about otherworldly things, or they can be very into their spirituality. They like everything outside of this world. And what When you think about like coming out of this world, what can you think of? When you're dreaming, that's being out of this world. When you're meditating, you're being out of this world. When you're under the influence, you are taking yourself out of this reality. You're letting your energy go. A Pisces is very in tune with themselves and able to connect with their ethereal body a lot better and quicker than others, because that's just in their nature. So they're always like looking towards things, peoples, and places that really can have them escape what is really going on earth. These are very great qualities. Pisces tend to be very artistic and musically inclined. They just understand things at a different level because they're so connected with spirit, source, God, angels, ancestors, whatever your preference is with your choice of a higher being. So with the North Node and South Node here, there's really, for my Virgos out there, the South Node being in our sun sign right now, it's really asking of us to take a look at what patterns we have had over this period of our life up until now, and why we need to let go of those certain patterns, those stories, those narratives. It's time for us to release whatever it is in order to get closer to what we truly desire, right? I want to give you guys the approach of seeing this time as like the prequel. The next 18 months is like a prequel to your next true chapter. So it's like, a preface in a book. We get a little taste of it and then we jump into the book. The next 18 months, you're going to really see life-changing moments, and these moments may be presented to you in order for you to test if you've let go of the things you need to let go of and also pursue your destiny. For my Pisces placements out there, the North Node in Pisces is really faded. It's like your hard work being rewarded, or you having to do the hard work in order to be, to be rewarded if you feel like you haven't. This is going to be a real big push from the universe to go after what it is that you truly desire. Things you've been waiting on to do, things that you're capable of doing and haven't done it. It's really a nudge for you to just use that energy of like fake it till you make it, honestly. It's like not only fantasize about being that person you desire to be, but actually embodying it on a daily basis and what that looks like for you. And for the South Node being in Virgo, it really correlates to like, how are you, Pisces, gonna use the Virgo energy, right? That's in the South Node to pick up new habits, routines, ways of being in order for you to push into that North Node where we're at in Pisces, okay? And for the Virgos out there, the South Node being in our sign and the North Node being on our sign, I'm really taking it as, how can we fulfill ourselves by giving ourselves the space we need for spiritual practice, healthy escapism, and connecting deeper to our intuition and everything that is symbolic to Pisces. How can we let go of things to make room for that Pisces energy, and it being like a daily thing too? So there's a real karmic connection right now on like daily habits, what's going to bring you closer to your destiny and what's going to help you let go of things in order for you to create this life and embody it, not just fantasize about it, not just talk about it, and not just idealize about it, but really embody and be that person. Okay. So like I said, it's a very fated time right now for the next 18 months. I think like a little less than that because it's been like a few weeks that the nodes changed. I'm going to definitely keep talking about this until the nodes switch into a different sign. I'll periodically keep up and whatever comes to mind, keep you guys updated. So okay, so my next topic, I'm definitely gonna um make a part 2 on this too because I don't want to be here forever. Let's see, we're at 10 minutes right now. Cool. So yeah, I had this epiphany. Like I had this epiphany this week. um I have been, what am I saying? I have gone through so many karmic lessons in my life. When I was younger, I would look at it as like, why is this happening to me? This is so painful. And over time, I've kind of seen the lesson in things, also understanding my chart, understanding my human design. I have really empowered myself to feel like, okay, I already know what this is. I know this, what's going on, recognize it, and we move on, right? It's easier for me to recognize patterns, as years have passed by. But I want to talk about karmic limits and when to know when you're at capacity. Okay, how you can discern when you're at capacity and you're about to start racking up karma and when to leave a situation. Okay, so let's talk about karma for a second. To me, karma is the unseen results you get for giving your energy to something, whether it be good or bad. That's what karma is to me. You guys can look up the textbook definition. That's kind of the way I see it. Okay. So I had this epiphany because I was going through a situation and I was like, wait, if I continue on playing, not playing, but feeding into this narrative that I'm experiencing right now, I know that I'm gonna rack up karma. Like, this is the capacity right here. I have enough information to see that if I keep involving myself with this situation, karma is gonna start racking up and I'm not gonna like it. Right? What does that exactly mean? So it's kind of like when you continue to engage in something that doesn't align with your spirit, your morals, your values, or you just wanting to represent yourself a certain way as an individual. If a situation, a place, a person, a food, whatever it is, doesn't align with that, there's going to be some type of limit. And after a certain limit is when you will start racking up some type of karma because of that continuous action or whatever it is. Okay, let's get an example going here. So, if someone starts going to eat fast food every day, right? I don't know. Let's say they had a super busy week, didn't have time to cook, and they're going to eat fast food. It's day 1, they go. Day 2, they go. Day 3, day 4. Maybe by like day 3 or 4, your body's going to start feeling it and you're for sure gaining a pound. You're gaining a pound. Okay. So this is the perspective that I see how karma works. Okay. So some karmic lessons are in a more extended period of time, right? In fast food, we can say, yeah, in 4 days, you're gonna gain a pound. Okay. You're gonna gain a pound in 4 days. Certain situations might take longer. It doesn't matter how long it takes for you to see this limit. But when you feel that in your spirit, if I keep engaging in this activity with this person at this job, this behavior, self-behavior, I might really get into something I'm not going to like in the long run. There is something going on right now as a collective of people. If you're watching this right now, there's an energy right now that is brought to me to let you guys know right now is the time to discern how far are you gonna go until you know your limit and you getting that karma back, whether good or bad. Okay. So I kind of want to like share yeah, let's give an example. So let's say, you are involved with somebody, you're dating somebody, man or woman, whatever, take the example, mold it as it suits you. And there's like a third party, right? There's a third party. You either found out or the person told you, like, I'm dating someone else as well. Like, whatever it is, there's a third party. As you continue to engage with this person you're interested in, and you see maybe drama, maybe, whatever it is, information that is not right for your spirit and your life, that right there can be your signal as your cap, your limit, right? If you continue to engage in this energy exchange with this person you're interested in, knowing they have, karmic lessons they're situating with somebody else, that's a clear signal right there. That's your cap. If I go any further, I'm going to start racking up some karma, because when you're following a righteous path, that monogamy might be important to you. Self-respect, self-worth, self-love is important to you, and disengaging with that situation will give you the self-love and self-respect that you show yourself daily. Know when to disengage, know when to leave before something goes too far. Like, that's the message I'm getting right now. Collectively, that's the message I'm getting right now, is discern and know when things have gone too far. Okay, that's what I'm getting. I may come back. I may talk about this again. I will decide if one day I'm like willing to share personal experiences and how I come into these epiphanies, but that came to me last week. Know when to disengage before you start racking up karma with a certain situation. This can be a job too, okay? Like, if a boss keeps flirting with you and, crossing certain boundaries, there's going to be a certain point where you're going to rack up karma for, creating an environment that might not be healthy for the workplace, right? It could be anything. Apply this as you will, but that's the message I'm getting, is know when to let go, know when the limit has been hit for your bank of karma. Okay. I think that's everything that I kind of wanted to spill out. I didn't write anything down. I just kind of freestyled this, getting my toes wet. If you watched this, thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Again, this is the Goddess Talk, and I will see you guys later. Peace.